The movie opens in an orphanage called St. Ange in the year 1958. On a stormy night, a little boy named Alex wakes up at midnight to go to the bathroom. On his way to the bathroom, a girl named Marie approaches him, saying she also wants to go with him. The two kids then proceed to a large communal bathroom, where they notice that there's no water coming from the taps. Marie suddenly informs Alex that the scary children like to play with the taps, but he doesn't believe her. After this, they head to the bedroom. But then all of a sudden, Alex hears water running from all of the taps, so he asks Marie to stay still, and goes to the bathroom to turn off the faucets. Once there, Alex notices something on a large mirror, and walks over to investigate. He climbs into the sink to look into the mirror, but doesn't notice anyone. And then this happens. Marie hears a loud thumping sound and rushes to check. To her absolute shock, she notices Alex's lifeless body and screams in horror. The scene then cuts to a few days later, where the orphanage director, Frankard, is waiting for someone at a bus stop. Moments later, a young woman named Anna gets off the bus, and Frankard leads her to the orphanage. It turns out Anna has come to work as the new housekeeper at the facility. Upon her arrival, she meets another housekeeper, Helenka, who has been working here for 23 years. Helenka is surprised that someone as young and pretty as Anna would do this kind of job. Later, Anna explores the area, and soon comes across Marie, who asks if she'll be staying alone, before walking away. Anna then overhears Frankard in a meeting with fellow executives, and we learn that Anna had gotten into serious trouble at her previous job. The executives remind Frankard that there is no need to hire staff, since the place will be closed anyway. But an enraged Frankard states they should have funded the facility to bring it up to standard instead. It appears that Alex's recent mysterious death has seriously harmed the orphanage's reputation. Soon, another employee notices Anna, and welcomes her to the facility. She takes Anna to her room, which is located near the large communal bathroom. She also mentions that the building is rotting, and that many parts need to be improved and repaired. In the following scene, Frankard summons the last batch of children and informs them that the orphanage is closing down. It turns out that they will be sent elsewhere, and adopted by new families. Frankard appears upset, and urges them not to forget the values and principles they learned at St. Ange. She also asks them to treasure these memories for the rest of their lives. Later, as Anna observes the children lining up to board the bus, Marie unexpectedly approaches and whispers something into her ear. After all the kids and staff have left, Anna walks into the empty building, and feels pain in her stomach. She immediately goes to her room and begins undressing. At this moment, we see her take off a bandage from her belly, revealing that she is actually pregnant. For some reason, she wants to hide her condition, and also conceals a stethoscope under her bed. Afterward, Anna heads outside, and then hears music playing from upstairs, and follows the sound. She soon comes across a room where she meets an adult orphan named Judith. The woman turns out to be mentally challenged, which is why she is still here. She informs Anna that the children will return soon, and they must make the house shine before that. Anna is confused by her childish behavior, and asks how old she is. However, Judith appears offended by this question and angrily kicks her out of her room. As Anna walks downstairs, she comes across Helenka, who tells her not to mind Judith's behavior, and there's a reason she has been here her whole life. The two women then begin working in the kitchen, and it turns out that even though the facility is closed, they must stay behind to take care of it. Soon after, Judith also arrives to join them, and Helenka gives her some pills, which she takes. Judith then lies down next to Anna, and asks for her forgiveness for her previous behavior. Later that night, an intense storm occurs, and Anna is unable to sleep because of it. She goes to the bathroom and begins washing her face. But then, turns out it was just a nightmare. The next day, Helenka goes to town with Judith and a delivery boy named Daniel. As Anna is now alone, she starts cleaning the floor of the entrance hall, but she soon stops to drink some water. Just then, a drawing from upstairs falls to the ground near her. Anna goes to hang it back up on the wall, but notices that some of the drawings are the same, depicting the sketch of an eyeless boy. Next, Anna takes several drawings and goes to the refectory, where she begins to review them. She then remembers how, as it turns out, Marie had warned her to watch out for scary children before she left. Anna doesn't understand what it means and begins to feel stressed. This causes her to have a nosebleed, and she accidentally breaks a glass, and trips over the shards. The broken glass injures her in multiple places, causing her to lose consciousness. When she finally wakes up, she notices Judith and Helenka carrying her to her bedroom. Helenka calms her down, assuring that everything is fine. The old woman then starts sewing Anna's wounds while Judith hugs her. At this moment, Anna realizes that her pregnant belly is exposed. Helenka also inspects her body, which is covered in scars and bruises. It turns out that her previous employers had assaulted her and gotten her pregnant. Anna cries and begs Helenka not to tell anyone about her situation, so Helenka gives her a warm hug and comforts her. Days later, while playing on the swing outside, Anna discovers a skipping rope in the courtyard. It leads her to a forest containing the ruins of an ancient chapel, and some discarded items from the orphanage. As Anna explores the area, she quickly discovers a box full of old documents about the former children. But then, Frankard appears out of nowhere, and tells Anna not to dig around, saying there's nothing here except rats and old things. When Anna asks what she's doing there, Frankard explains that she has come to retrieve some items. She then pulls off a cover to reveal an old car among the ruins. After that, Frankard takes the old documents, and asks Anna not to mention this to Helenka, who's trying her best to forget the past. The woman also claims that she knows girls like Anna, who can't stay in one place, and are always roaming around. The woman suddenly places her hand on her belly and remarks that these girls always get what they deserve, causing Anna to realize that her pregnancy is not a secret anymore. After Frankard leaves, Anna discovers a mother cat with many of her kittens inside the old car. In the next scene, Anna confronts Helenka and accuses her of informing Frankard about her pregnancy. But the latter calmly responds that everyone knew about it from the beginning, and that she wasn't fooling anyone. Daniel also confirms they all knew. Enraged, Anna storms inside the building, and punches her belly hard. She then heads to the bathroom, and uses a stethoscope to measure the baby's heartbeat. When she realizes the child is still alive, her anger intensifies. Later that night, Anna wraps bandages around her belly as tightly as she can. She then goes to see Judith, who is sleeping soundly, and she immediately asks about the scary children. Here Judith reveals that Marie used to talk about them all the time. They usually appear after she falls asleep, and she can hear them. Hearing this, Anna states that she came here because she heard the sounds too. Next, Anna heads to the bathroom, and continues her investigation. In the bathroom, she finds a wooden panel in the wall, and opens it, and sees the pipe system behind it. All of a sudden, a ball drops from the pipe wall. Anna notices the pipe is connected to a room on the upper floor and decides to go there. She soon arrives at an empty bedroom and, while scanning the area, notices a wooden ply. When she removes the ply, she's shocked to discover a hole behind it. Inside the hole, she finds an old box, containing photos of former children, along with some documents. The next day, Anna wakes up in the empty bedroom, and she realizes that the bandages around her belly have been removed, which shocks her. She hears Judith and Helenka talking in the distance, and quickly hides the documents. Shortly after, Anna heads to the children's dormitory, and notices the two women drying clothes outside. Judith then leaves to hide, stating that if Helenka doesn't find her, she will keep the kittens. Moments later, someone speaks to Anna from behind, and she assumes it's Judith. But when she turns around, she is shocked to see that the woman is still outside. This frightens Anna, so she heads to the hallway, and asks the unknown entity what they want. And then suddenly, the door behind Anna also slams open, frightening the life out of her. She immediately returns to the children's dormitory and hides. After a while, Helenka approaches her and asks what happened, at which point Anna shows her the document she found. She wants to know what happened to the children who were sent to St. Ange but mysteriously disappeared. Here, a distressed Helenka thinks Anna is starting to lose her mind, and then claims that after World War II, in 1946, many war orphan children arrived here by ambulance, including Judith. Anna asks where they are now and if any of them are still alive. But Helenka responds in tears that there were only 2 lousy doctors for 300 children, and asks how many lives they could have saved. Despite this explanation, Anna suspects that the orphanage deliberately killed or hid the children. Later that night, we see Judith frantically inform Helenka that all the kittens have vanished, and she can't find them anywhere. Hearing her cries, Anna also comes out of her room and hugs her. The 2 women then venture outside, and start looking all over for the kittens, but to no avail. After a while, Anna suddenly comes across Helenka, and asks Judith to follow her. They see Helenka, who is pulling a bag from a lake, revealing dead cats inside. Judith angrily accuses Helenka of killing them, but the latter simply denies it. After burying the kittens, Anna consoles Judith, saying that everyone at the orphanage is a liar. She tells Judith that they were the ones who made her brothers and sisters disappear many years ago. Anna also claims that the children are still in the building, because she can hear them. She urges Judith to wake up to reality, and try to uncover the truth. A while later, the 2 return to the building and sit down with Helenka for dinner. The old woman gives Judith her pills as usual, and the latter pretends to take them. After Helenka leaves, Judith takes out the pills and hands them to Anna. It turns out Anna has convinced her that Helenka is deliberately making her sick by giving her the pills. In the following days, Anna and Judith grow very close, and completely ignore Helenka. One evening, Judith informs her that she remembers playing with other children who were brought here with her many years ago. Anna inquires about where they used to play, and Judith describes it as a completely white room. Hearing this, Anna questions whether it was the big bathroom, which Judith confirms after some thought. The 2 women then decide to head there to uncover the truth. In the next scene, Anna begins scratching a wall in the bathroom, suspecting there's a secret room behind it, while Judith examines the large mirror. But then, she sees something alarming, and steps back in shock. Seeing this, Anna grabs a light and moves closer to the mirror, where she discovers children's handprints. At this point, the bathroom door suddenly locks by itself. And then this happens. A child appears on the other side of the mirror and causes Anna to fall to the ground. She then gets up, and throws a torch to break the mirror. As the glass shatters, the women are shocked to discover a hidden chamber on the other side. Just then, someone frantically attempts to open the bathroom door, causing the handle to fall off. A terrified Judith hides in a corner, while Anna bandages her hand, and smashes the remaining pieces of glass in the mirror. She then decides to go through the opening, right when Helenka arrives and tries to stop her. Anna sees the children running in the distance and is determined to approach them. However, Helenka hits Anna, causing her to lose consciousness. And so, she takes her to the shower to wake her up. When Anna regains her senses, she starts asking about the children again, but the old woman reveals that they'd been gone and buried 15 years ago because of shortages of supplies and logistics after the World War. Helenka tries to prevent them from heading to the area, but Judith calls Helenka a liar and knocks her out. In the aftermath, the 2 women finally make their way to the other side. They are horrified to discover that the hidden chamber is revealed to be an abandoned dormitory. Everything in this place is rotten, including the children's dolls. They then come across a door to the freight elevator, which seems to be very old. Anna wants to go there, but here, a frightened Judith finally realizes that the children had really died, and begs Anna to stop searching. Anna pretends to oblige, and they proceed to return to the bathroom. But then she abruptly turns around, and runs back to the freight elevator. She closes the door, while Judith pleads with her not to do this. However, Anna tells her to call for help if she does not return. Anna then activates the elevator, and it suddenly begins to descend, heading to the underground. After some time, she arrives at the bottom floor, and steps out into a room. The lights soon come on, and she finds herself in a white room that looks like a nurse's trench. Anna then begins walking around the facility, and she immediately regrets coming here. She tries to leave, but discovers that the door to the freight elevator is locked. Soon after, someone throws something at the door, freaking her out. Anna panics and heads to a bathroom. She notices that the room is filled with bathtubs that contain stagnant, black water. Anna then sees blood flowing between her legs, making her situation worse. To her horror, she finds children in a decayed state emerging from each bathtub. The stressed woman runs outside, and tries to convince herself that it's just an illusion. However, she soon sees several children approaching her in white, tattered clothing. Following this, they make her lie on the ground, and prepare her for childbirth. A boy sits in front of her to hold the baby, while Anna begins to push herself. We then see her screaming in agony as she continues to bleed. The scene then cuts to some time later, where we see Frankard and Daniel searching for Anna in the underground chamber. They arrive at the bottom floor, but the place has unexpectedly changed to a dark room with rusted walls. They soon discover Anna and her baby lifeless on the floor, which horrifies them. The next morning, Frankard informs Helenka that she has decided to call the police to report the incident. The latter is still guilty over what happened, and she claims that she shouldn't have left Anna alone, while Frankard says it's not her fault. Surprisingly, Helenka reveals that she should have come to Frankard when Anna first drowned the kittens. Just then, Judith arrives with her belongings, and the three proceed to leave the place forever. But a few moments later, Judith returns to the house to collect a souvenir. She takes out a creepy drawing from the wall, and discards her pills in the trash, as Anna advised her earlier. But as she is about to leave, she hears Anna's voice calling her. Judith then enters a room, and notices the scary children surrounding Anna, who is holding her baby with affection. Suddenly, Anna's ghost looks directly at Judith with empty, terrifying eyes. But before the things escalate, Frankard arrives to take Judith away. The movie then comes to an end as the ghosts disappear.